I got Ace Pilot.
This won't happen again.
It's fine. It's fine, Khan.
It happens.
Oh, is that Danny? It's DJ
Wait, what?
Danny.
Wait, what? What was I MVP?
Ha.
Someone clip that for me, please. Your choice. Yeah, you would think so, but some people don't. Some people overread, unfortunately, as we call it. You're kidding me. They didn't like me so much that they actually quit the game. They hard turned off. They just rage quit. Yeah, just a bit. Oh my goodness. Well then, that happened. That happened quite easily. They do realize. Well, guess what? This cat is going to blow your dog away.
I thought she was about to blow your dog. I'm sorry, I said that completely out of context, I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Yep. Oh, we're going to remember that one. Make sure to clip that one, guys.
Make cause life a misery. No, I'm joking.
There we go. I wanna be. Are you serious? Hold. Are you actually serious right now? Are you kidding me? The trophy's even taking the mick out Pokemon. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, cause when I messaged you, I was like, okay, oh god, crap, and I literally sat down, sat down at my computer, got the link up for the UK one, and I literally had my had a glass of milk, a couple of biscuits, and I was literally like, right, I'm ready to go.
Yes! 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 Let's go! 105.
105, awesome. A square. It's
Down bottom, down the back. Ow, ow, ow.
I had to retreat. I was low on health.
I hear you, but I'm coming to help you. I'm coming to help you.
Yeah. There's a Dartrix down here as well as a War Turtle.
Wow.
Oh! Oh my god!
Let's go, bro!
They did not see that coming, did they?
No, they did not. Let's get their bunny here. There you go.
And then the birds as well.
Wigglytuff needs help. Wigglytuff needs.
Really drop on down. Get this crystal. Wait. What? 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 Hello, everybody. Welcome back to stream. This is DJ Daddy88. Today we're playing some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Well, technically just Scarlet because obviously, you know. Oh god, one thing I just noticed as well. I might need to open up the blinds on one side because I am not getting enough light on my face. Fun when that happens, doesn't it? The only downside is that the sun's beaming on this side, so it's not hardly doing that side, you know. What have I done to this man? I got competitive. I had to do his shiny hunting stream. I know, right? Also, don't mind about that Snover. It's not mine. But yes, today we are going to be doing a little bit of chill and shiny hunting. I'm also going to put on some very chill music in a second. I'm assuming that's coming right. I think that is coming through, yeah. If it needs a little bit of turning up, just let me know. Just a little bit of DMCA-free Pokemon music in the background. all various different tunes, etc. I would put on something like Glitch City stuff, but unfortunately, just gotta be careful, just in case. It could be a bit loud. Okay, I'll make sure to turn it up a little louder. It's just because obviously this is quite chill music, so it's not technically louder, if that makes sense. That a little bit better? Just making sure. I'm hoping that's loud enough now. If it isn't, just let me know. But yes, we're going to be doing a little bit of shiny hunting. Obviously, the music in the game is off, but the sounds are obviously loud enough. Okay, yeah, it's mostly noticeable when you are talking. Should be fine for now. That's fine. I mean, I can still turn it up a little bit if need be. Just give me a second. Unfortunately, Spotify does not like you to be good with it, you know? Right, that should be loud enough, I would imagine, now. Anyways, we are going to be... Yeah, I need to sort that out eventually, you know? Yeah, there's a good mix, yep. Basically, Spotify has a DMCA-free Pokemon playlist. And the good thing is you won't hear like any adverts like, would you like a Jet 2 holiday or something ridiculous like that, as someone I know who keeps playing the sound a little too much. I'm just having a Greg's. Ain't no wrong with that. I mean, you were happy when you found out that there was a Greg's just down the street from your hotel. Would have been closer if the one that was closest to you wasn't shut, but, you know. Got it delivered, was going to have, yeah, Domino's, but then, yeah. You're not wrong. The problem is, that's why I've been supporting a lot of the local stuff recently for, like, takeouts. It's just because a majority of stuff is, like, too expensive now these days. Now, one thing I've noticed as well, we've got a Lucario and we've got a Bronzong outbreak, and I don't think I have either of them in my game. I can check, just to be sure. I know that I've got plenty of shiny Riolus in Legends Arceus. Lucario, where? I knew that would summon him. I knew that would summon him somehow. You either say Riolu or Lucario, and he's like, what? Wait, what? My Lucario senses are tingling. Got a roll baguette and steak bake for like £10.50. Yeah, that's not bad actually, honestly. But yeah, there's Lucario right there. So we're gonna shiny hunt that because why not? Now the only downside is that we can't use any what's it called? We can't use any Synchro Machine, unfortunately. That's the only drawback in this game, is the fact that you can't Synchro Machine in every area once you unlock it, you know? The only thing that would be quite funny though is if I'm moving around and then there's suddenly a turn and then there's a shiny, you know? That'll happen. And yeah, I don't blame you for being salty about that, by the way, Benny. The fact that Mega Lucario will be available in Pokemon Unite when you're not even here. That's got to be the worst feeling ever. Right. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of pyro here. Right. Wild Lucario. There we go. Are they literally on the mountainside? Are you kidding me? Come on. That's one. That's two. In fact, three. Let me just get my calculator. Four. That's not four. That was Not even close to 4. Right, that's 4 now. The only drawback is that there is going to be quite a few Pokemon around. Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on a minute. Get back in the ball, get back in the ball. That, sir, is a shiny Teddiursa. That's a shiny Teddiursa. That's one shiny. That is one shiny. I saw something green, something small. I was like, wait, that is not something that's normally spawned here. Right, now I need to remember. That's a fine shiny. Yeah, it is. You're not wrong. Right, just give me a second, actually. Actually, hold on. Don't mind that. At the bottom of the sliding across the bottom of the screen. Right, so give me a second. I just need to find out if Teddiursa has any recoil moves at this point. So it's level 51. Charm, Rest, Snort, and Thrash. Okay, so he's got nothing. And he can't hit me with Thrash because I'm a ghost type. So, well, she. Right. That is wild to believe that that just happened so quickly. Just so blooming quickly. I don't know what to catch this in. Yeah. I know about that because I watched it myself, so I know how you mean by that. What do I use? I keep forgetting I got a Beast Ball here. Do I use a Nest Ball on this? Well, let's see. When it's fully evolved, when it's an Ursaluna, it's brown, isn't it? Like a... But it's mostly green. So you know what? We'll use a Nest Ball. It kind of fits in with the theme of the Pokemon, doesn't it? And it didn't catch. Right. I'm sure the Beast Ball has the best odds. I wish it did. Yeah. The thing is, though, Cube, don't forget, I have a shiny Ursaluna from Legends Arceus. So, well, that I caught in Legends Arceus. Because I got a shiny Ursaring and evolved it with a Peat Block. I don't think you can get the Peat Block in this game, as far as I'm aware, which is an absolute shame. And I also need to grab more Pokeballs. In fact, do I even have it in my current? Not that I know of, anyway. Yeah. That is wild. The fact I'm shiny hunting Lucario, and Lucario just says, here, free shiny. Right then, that is not bad, actually. That's a good start, honestly. Do I have the Ursaluna in this game? Oh, wait, I do have the Ursaluna in this game, because I got it in my... There it is. See? There it is. That's the shiny. And it looks so good in this game. So good. Especially with the texture and everything. It looks so amazing. Now we just need a shiny Blood Moon Ursaluna to complete the collection. Unfortunately, that can't be evolved into. I do think that's what they should do. If they're going to do another Terra Raid event, right? Yeah, if they do another Terra Raid event, right, and they've got shiny, if they make it for a shiny Blood Moon Ursaluna, but let's say they put the actual Terra Raid only in Kitakami, I don't think anyone can be mad about that, you know? Because then, obviously, yeah, you can only get it normally through that event, through Kitakami. Yes, a lot of people argue, no, put it in Paldea, because, you know, so you don't actually lock people out of the shiny, but I'm like, many people are going to have the DLC though, aren't they? And plus it's more fair because obviously, you know, you wouldn't have to do like the side stuff and all that, or do the Pokedex, etc. So you can actually unlock the actual side thing for the actual Blood Moon Ursaluna. So realistically, it's not really a big loss there. So yeah, that's a start. We need to save immediately on that. Right. That's 6. I just can't believe the fact that happened so fast. We're not even shiny hunting you, buddy. And you literally came out. Next thing you know, I'm going to get a shiny freaking male Indeedee. I hate to imagine why it's so funny for you. Right, hold on. Let me just... Honestly, I wouldn't even mind having a shiny Indeedee at all. Because Indeedee is still competitively viable, even now. Oh, this is such a pain right now, I just realised. Trying to shiny hunt Lucario, it barely has spawned right now. Oh, there's one at the... Of course there's one at the top of the mountain. Yeah, I think you mentioned that actually to me yesterday, Q, funny enough. You know, that's another shiny I wouldn't mind having actually when I think about it. Shiny Espathra. I'm just trying to get rid of like some of these because they're actually in the way right now. Jesus Christ. At this rate, I'm going to have to put on a sandwich, aren't I? The only thing is I need to knock out some Pokemon every so often because, well, I'll need their materials eventually, won't I? Wait, are they all... Are they oh, they're here! They're here as well. That actually kind of helps, in fact. And there's also a shiny Go-Go outbreak. Well, Go-Go outbreak nearby as well. Ironically, it's actually in the icy area, which is like, is that hinting towards something? Actually, one thing... Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Cube. Actually, just quick question, actually, I'll ask. Just interesting questions, of course. Is there any Pokemon you're hoping for to be announced in the Mega Dimensions DLC? Like... Is there a Pokemon you want there to be a Mega of that deserves the Mega, not like has to get the Mega for the sake of it, you know? You know my answer to that, I'm guessing it looks right. Right. I'm just trying to climb up the mountain just to see if I can spot any more Lucarios nearby. I swear, if I'm doing this and I get like... Oh yeah, because we're going in a different area, I forgot. It'll reset the location. It'll reset the spawns, won't it? Obviously, I've got to knock out 60 of these. Usually I be careful with like... Usually I try to be careful by doing like 62, if that makes sense. Okay, that's 25 so far. I'm using a calculator to keep track of everything, so... Well, I say calculate, I'm basically doing the 1+1 trick, if that makes sense. Wait, there was a Lucario underneath the tree. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but other than that, Flygon. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Honestly, there are a few Pokemon that I would love to have Megas. Honestly. But I'm trying to think of like one Pokemon that I would love to have as a Mega the most, if that makes sense. But I can never figure out the best possible one. I was just checking if any Lucario spawned down there, but they didn't. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if Betty's like, give me like a Mega so-and-so. I don't know what he would probably end up saying, because obviously there's that many Pokemon, but he doesn't mind. Oh, that's good, if he did. Ceruledge. Need to attack that one, thank you. Right, let me just respawn the map thing. Damn low kicks. Yeah, it makes sense, yeah. Right, so I'm respawning the Pokemon now. Jesus Christ, that felt weird. Right. Damn, Holucha! I mean, I may as well just knock it out, eh? Sorry, Lucario, but I need you for shiny hunting. Right, I'll just let it knock out some of these on nearby, because obviously it doesn't hurt to do that, because I can get myself some materials. And Reverum just runs into me. If that was a shiny that did that, I would have not been actually disappointed. Right. Just making sure to do that while I've just got a chance, because obviously space, as well as the fact that I can actually just need to do that, because it was being it does sound like it, doesn't it? It honestly does sound it, doesn't it? But I know that I just got, what was it, DMCA free music, and that was about it. That is a Lucario literally on the side there. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at this point, would it? If it is something akin to that. Alright, okay, so it looks like there is a few more Lucario here, which is good. Did that one just spawn in, or am I just playing tricks on myself? Lucario. Fair enough. Right, so that's 48 defeated so far. Just need to defeat 12 more. Well, here's another 2. Wait. Oh, it's blue. I thought that was yellow at first. From a distance. Oh my god, can you... This is why I really wish the Synchro Machine can be used outside of Blueberry. You know? It's very awkward otherwise. I think there's 2 Lucario underneath that tree, aren't there? Yeah, 2 Lucario underneath that tree. Right. Yeah, well, I don't think they usually tend to do... Well, they did something quite akin to Mystery Dungeon, didn't they? You know? But I know it's not quite what you were hoping for, but yeah. Just the Lucario's running up the wall. Oh my god. I mean, if you haven't watched up to that part, I can't say anything. Right. This is what I hate. I'm trying to let go of the ledge, and I'm like, stop it. And now I'm getting chased by Hawlucha and low kicks. Great. Of course another Lucario just spawned right behind me. How funny is that? Not the shiny though, that would have been funnier. That's fair. Right, I think I just need to take out 1 or 2 more Lucarios, just to be cautious. Right, there we go. I think that should be fine now. So, looking at what we've got here, the only problem is that there's going to be 2 Pokemon that will spawn here regardless, you know. And that's obviously Revavroom and Lucario if I use the shiny Steel Sandwich. But if I use the fighting one, it'll give out Hawlucha. So I think it'd be better options for me to do the... Oh, yeah, wait. It will also spawn in Kuffin and Camaranja, won't it? Ooh. Which one do I do then? Do I do fighting or Steel Sandwich? I didn't mean to run into that. Seed Bomb. will laugh my head off if I find out that this flower is a shiny. No, it isn't. That would have been quite funny though if it did happen. Right, now I'm in a bit of a pickle moment because Lucario is a Steel type as well as a Fighting type, and I need to figure out which is the best sandwich I can really use, because if I use a Fighting type I will likely get just Hawlucha and Lucario. You're in a bit of a pickle, you say? Yes, just a little bit. I'm just trying to figure out what the best sandwich would be to use right now. God's sake. Do I do Steel or Fighting? That's the real question. For the sandwich, that is. Hold on, I'll just take out one more Lucario for good luck. Right, I think I may just have to use a... I'll either have to do it the old-fashioned way without using like any sandwiches whatsoever, and see if I can get it to spawn regardless, or I use a sandwich to try and spawn it in a little bit more often. It's like I say, if I go for Steel, I'm only going to get like... I'm not going to just get Lucario, I'm going to get several different ones for sure. But if I go for Fighting, it'll likely spawn in just Hawlucha and Lucario. And knowing my luck, I'll probably get the shiny Hawlucha before I get the Lucario, because the game likes it when I do that. I have to go around here because I know for a fact that they do spawn on the mountainside as well. I'm like, why don't I just climb the mountain? Then I can see it from above as well. Right. Okay. I think it might be wise to say I need to put a sandwich on. So let's save up first, just to be sure. It's just that if I certainly do that, it'll certainly help. Right. Okay, I just need to figure out what it was for the sandwich again. Give me a second. Let's see, where is it? Steel. Hamburgers. Can be any two Herbert except sweet and sour. Okay. That's fine. Do I have any hamburgers is the question. Yes, I do. Yes, this will spawn in a lot of Steel types. I understand that, but technically a lot of the Steel types I don't have a shiny. And luckily for me, when you use free hamburgers, they're actually massive. Just do that for the sake of it. I don't understand why the big thing shakes. Did I just... I just lost 2 pickles. I might have to reset my save. We'll find out in a second, won't we? I think it was because of this depth perception issue. Let me just check for you. It is, yeah, Secret Beasts. So, yeah. Hold on. Need to restart my save. Good thing I did save just in case, because that didn't increase the encounter power. That's why you always save before you do the sandwiches, guys. It really, really helps. The funny part would be is if I actually turned on the game again and then suddenly shiny, you know? That would be absolutely hilarious. And then I'll be like, right, don't need to use it anymore. It doesn't always happen though. It's happened to me once, but it's not always something that happens. I think the last time it happened to me was when I was actually trying to shiny hunt Whimsicott, ironically. Okay. I've already technically saved, so... Oh my god. One thing I hate about this game is when you try to do the picnic, it's like, oh yeah, this slope is too much, and then you go on this slope and it says, oh, it's not too much now. You can't win. Yeah, well, not everyone's got 40 every single herb, but you do, so. Plus, technically, the issue was, but I think it was just the depth perception. Plus, if I was using the salty herb of Mystica aspect, it wouldn't be so bad. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be smart this time. I'm actually going to do the pickles and the cucumber first. Because I don't trust my hamburger situation. I'll just do what PM7 will do. I'm going to do the Tower of Hamburger. Yeah, I know. Alright. There we go. Okay, so that increases the encounter power. Like I say though, this will spawn in a lot more. Oh, we got Riolu here now. Wait, we got Riolu here. Oh god. Hello. We got loads of hammers. Hammer time. Right. Okay. Not seen a shiny Lucario at the moment. Stop. Hammer time. Yep, pretty much. Okay. By the way, guess who keeps forgetting that I'm able to fly? Me. Alright. Just flying back in and out, just so I can reset the spawn. Alright, I'm just keeping an eye out because I know that there's a different coloured Kufunt as well. I just need to also watch out for the brown hammers. The bronze hammers, sorry. Because I know that's the only way to tell about this shiny. Okay, maybe I should have actually done the fighting sandwich instead. But wait. Oh, hello. Stop. Hammer time. I won't complain. That's is a shiny. Right. Okay. I know it doesn't have any recoil moves, which is good. So I was just looking around as well while I had chance, because I thought for a second then before I thought I saw a second one of these as a shiny, but I think I was mistaken. Okay, so I don't know what to catch this in, so I'm gonna just throw a Premier Ball at it, and it's instant. There we go. I've got a new shiny already. Awesome. But yeah, I saw the bronze on it and I was like, that is the shiny. It's not a hard shiny to spot, luckily. But neither is Lucario. But guess who hasn't found the shiny Lucario yet? Me! And Benny's like sat there in his chair like, you better get the shiny Lucario. Right, let me just fly a little bit. Just to respawn these Pokemon. Yes, I am currently disappointed. What the odds are that I'll get a shiny Reverum of a Room next before I get the shiny Lucario? The Lucario has a bigger chance to spawn though as a shiny because literally it is an outbreak. It's just dependent because obviously it's not the best location for its spawn because it's literally on the side of a mountain. If it wasn't on the side of the mountain, it probably would be a lot easier, you know. And I just picked up that one, didn't I? And there is tons of bells. Ding-a-ling. But the funny thing is, there is an outbreak of this at the moment in the map. Well, there's the Lavender Tower music. Oh! I didn't realise Magneton also spawned nearby. If we can get a shiny Lucario, I don't think Betty will be disappointed, even if we just get the one. Let me just move a little bit further up this way, because otherwise we're just going to have difficulty respawning in those Lucario. It's like I say, if a shiny Reverum or Varoom spawns, then I will not be complaining because I haven't got that shiny either. I don't think I'll get free somehow. It'll be funny, but I don't think I will be able to get free. Okay, Lokix, why are you spawning here? You're not even a steel, you're not even a fighting type. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Why free? Well, technically I would need a Riolu and a Lucario, wouldn't I? But yeah. But the thing is, I've technically got right, let me just fly a little bit. Unless you count Mega. Yeah, but you've got to use the Pokemon to Mega, yeah. Do you know something really ironic if I found out that the Lucario that ended up being here was shiny and... I mean, sorry, Riolu was the shiny. Just imagine. I wouldn't complain, but, you know, it'd be weird because obviously it's not a fighting... It's not a steel type, sorry. It doesn't become a steel type until Lucario. Though, another crazy part is the fact that Lucario is getting a main focus in the anime for the next 3 episodes of it. Specifically, Mega Shiny Lucario. I should have done a fighting sandwich, shouldn't I? Would have worked out better for me. Unless one of the Lucarios here would like to spawn in a shiny Riolu or itself. Don't know. Why is it not working? I don't know. Why is it not working? Because I'm the only one allowed to do it. Alright, let's see. Okay, a lot more Lucario spawn by going that way now, on the side. So I think it might be wise to go this way from now on, if I want to reset its spawn. It is? But don't you have Prime? Oh, you don't? Okay. Hello, Riolu. Will one of you be shiny, or will one of your Lucario buddies be shiny? Honestly, I wouldn't even mind if Riolu ended up being shiny at this point. Yeah. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, there's 2 Lucario sleeping underneath the tree. Why couldn't one of them be shiny? That'd have been great if so. Right, obviously I'm going to go down this bit again just to see if I can respawn a few more in. I know that it's quicker to do the picnic reset, but technically this helps respawn them in a bit better. But yeah, I think I should have gone for the fighting sandwich in the end. My fault. Just letting him take out some babies. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Come on, Lucario, be nice. Shine for Benny. Shine for Benny. Right, I think if this, when this sandwich ends, I am probably going to have to reset it. Well, I'm probably going to have to do a fighting type sandwich because that'll make it likely. Which is a shame because I was hoping that I would get the steel type Lucario done, and then it would just let me go for the Bronzong right after, but ugh, can't do that, can I? And ironically enough, Bronzong can deal with a lot of Pokemon issues these days. Okay, so bunch of Riolu. Yeah, I think I should have done the fighting type sandwich if Riolu just spawned here as well because of the Lucarios. Wait. No way! That's another! That's another! I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to get the other gold shiny. Right, it's got no recall move, so that's good. I'm trying! It's not my fault! Right, gonna get this in a luxury ball because it kind of works with its colouring. Oh no, he's poisoned my Ceruledge. And Benny's like, good. And that's a crit. Good. Alright. There we go. That's another shiny. Excellent. So that's 3 shinies I've actually got, by the way, now. Because I got the Teddy Ursa and now I've got the Varoom and Tinkertuff. I swear, if the next shiny ends up being another Tinkertuff. But yeah, note to self. Making sure if I do the fighting type sandwich next. Because yes, that will spawn in tons of Hawlucha as well, but it'll spawn in Riolu and Lucario at the same time, so it kind of makes it a bit more, well, worth it, you know? Hold on. I might need to take out a few of these because the thing is, I don't know if I need any Flabebe materials at all for anything. Oh, here comes Lucario. He's not happy that the realists are getting beaten up. Right. Like I say, I would laugh if another Tinkertuff shiny spawned. Because technically they'll have 2 of the 3 then as a shiny line. Well, technically it's my fault because I decided to use a steel sandwich rather than a fighting sandwich, and there are more steel types in abundance than there is fighting types, if that makes sense. Right, hold on. Let me just do a picnic and just respawn them. Yeah, this is the reason why I have to stray so far from it, because it keeps spawning in the wrong Pokemon. Right. Damn it. The only thing that would have made me laugh more, though, is if I actually got that as a shiny as well, but, you know. Right. The problem is that this location is not the best when it comes to, like, resetting picnic-wise, you know? You see what I mean? How is that bad slope? It's not... That's not even a bad slope. Are you kidding me? Hold on. I guarantee you it'll work if I... Look. Sometimes I hate the picnic thing, because it's like the slope barely has any slide to it, and it's like, yep, you can't put it here. But then you put it on another location, which is even bigger slope. Oh, it works here. I'm like, what? Alright, hold on. I'm just going to have to... Like I said, I'm going to have to use a fighting site sandwich when this sandwich is done with. But I can't really complain because I've gotten 2 shinies out of it. I swear though, if I actually go back up this way and there's a shiny Lucario eventually, or even a shiny Riolu would do just as good. And they're not hard to spot, they're literally completely yellow. But yeah, I think I'm right. I need to definitely do a fighting type sandwich. For sure. It'd be the better option, wouldn't it? I thought for a second then, I thought that was up there. A little bit of palette, yep. Right, let me just fly a little bit. Tell me if you spot a green bell, by the way, guys, while I'm over here. I'm just trying to do like a hard like respawn. If I spot a green bell, I need to catch it. Because, ironically enough, Bronzong isn't a bad Pokemon when it comes to go against, like, the most annoying Pokemon situation. Yeah. I mean, I can just transfer in my shiny one from Legends Arceus as well. That's not a problem. And now we got mountain goats. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just trying to use up the sandwich as best as I can right now because it's got 8 minutes left. I'll put on a fighting type sandwich afterwards. Get this Lucario, maybe even Riolu. Well, it'll likely spawn in a chance for shiny Riolu as well because obviously Lucario has like a leader aspect to it as well. As we can probably see. But yeah, I think steel types were just too much in abundance over here. That's what caused the problem. I should have stuck with my gut and gone for fighting types. Yeah, it would have spawned in Hawlucha, but still. The only downside is that Pokemon Home will not work with Legend ZA day one, annoyingly. And because it's not working with day one ZA, we won't be able to actually use the shiny Hawluchas we got in this game. Wait. I thought for a second then that was green. Because it was in the shadows at first. So I was like, was that green? I really want the shiny sparkles to be in all the games from now on. Because, yeah, they made shiny hunting a little bit more annoying in this. Especially when you got really, really small ones. As well as really oddly coloured ones that you can't really tell, aka Mousehold. Or Tandemaus, should I say, just as much. Honestly, I wouldn't even care if they didn't actually. If they didn't give us the shiny sparkles, but gave us the shiny sound at minimum in this game, I think I would have accepted that. You know? Because then we'd have still had to look around for it, but then at least it would have been like saying, one spawned, do not miss this. That's all you have to do. That's all they had to do, but I feel like it might have been just because Nintendo Switch 1 made it more and more difficult. Which is why I'm surprised that because it's in the files, why did they didn't actually enable it in the Switch 2 version? Kind of boggles the mind, that, doesn't it? And no, it's not a leak, the whole like, oh yeah, the shiny sound's in the game and everything. Or the shiny sparkles, should I say. We've known that for a while. And I thought for a second then that was a shiny Reverum, but it wasn't. It's just the shadow getting me caught off again. Oh, sure, I've had a great ball. Of all things to find. But yeah, I'm trying to think. So like I said, I will have to definitely go for the fighting type sandwich next, I think, because unless the Lucario shiny spawns in at the last second, which can happen. Not saying it's impossible. Not saying it will be possible, but it's not impossible at the same time, you know? Wouldn't be the first time it's ever happened to me. There's another Lucario pack, but and another one. I just had to turn to my left then because I thought I saw a bronze hammer, but nope, I did not. Well, isn't that awkward? You can't even see it because it goes right through the rock. That's another Lucario group. Another one. Oh, come on, game. Please be nice and just give us a shiny Lucario, and then we'll be happy with that. And then I don't have to worry about it. If the Lucario spawned elsewhere and not here, whereas an overabundance of steel types, it probably would have been better, but can't do much about it now, can we? Oh, that's alright for you, isn't it? Looks like you'll be busy doing that for sure. Of course, my phone just notified me of something. Yeah, safe to say, fighting type sandwich will be next, and it's 1 minute left on this current one. Right, hold on. If I hate when it does that. Just please spawn in only Lucario game. Would be appreciated. Okay, so there is no shiny Lucario there. None at the top of the mountain. None down there as far as I can see. Yep, nothing there as well. Yeah, the shiny sandwich is done. So what I'll do this time is I'll make a fighting type sandwich because we're not giving up on Lucario. Just let me box these two. I mean, that's not a bad start to the stream. Well, that's not a bad situation to the stream anyways. We got 3 shinies, but I want to make it more for certain. So let's do that. I will get the shiny Lucario, if not Riolu. Right, let me just figure out what was it for the fighting sandwich again. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's super easy actually. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy a few more of these actually when I get a chance. Gonna have to go and get some ingredients. Right, so it can be. I hate to imagine. So it cannot be sweet and sour and sweet. So I'll have to do sweet and bitter again. Because that's my most ones I've got. Okay. Let's try this again. This time we got a fighting sandwich. I don't know why it needs to shake. Why does it need to shake? What is this? Jenga? Oh, wow. That's quite a bit then. Would anyone like a sandwich? Will anyone like a sandwich, pickle sandwich with extra pickles? We'll call this a Pickle Rick sandwich. Which kind of makes sense, actually, with the actual reaction of that. Right. Wait, what? Why is it item drop? What? I didn't do any mistakes? Okay, hold on. I need to reset that save. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Because, yeah, 1 cucumber, 4 pickles, any 2 herb and mystical, unless it, except sweet and sour and sweet and sweet. That's what it literally says here. Why did that turn into an item drop one? If it does it again, then I'll have to just do the other method. Yeah, that's what I just did. That's the funny part. And it just gave me an item drop. Because here it is. 1 cucumber, 3 pickle, sweet, and bitter. That's what I used. I don't think I did. If it does it again, then I'll be like, yeah, something's up with this recipe. Like I said, why does it need to shake? This is not Jenga Pokemon. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's a cucumber, and then a pickle, and then... Wait. Oh, there's my mistake. There's the mistake. I forgot to put 1 extra pickle in it. That's the mistake. I'll blame that on my idiocy. I'm used to just doing 1 cucumber and 1 pickle, so I must have added the extra pickle. I must have taken off the extra pickle aspect. That's probably what happened. Yeah, that's my own fault. Right, let's correct this again like an actual brainiac and actually do it properly. Ugh. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now it should work. Oh, yay. You see, that's the correct math. Because there's 6 pickles per bowl. I've already got them all, Remedy, don't worry. only the only funny part is depending on what the next regulations are after Regulation H, I might be able to actually use a shiny Chi-Yu during the regulation. I just realised this is a soundtrack for the lakes. Or at least one of them. Which one is this one? Oh, yeah, it's a lake theme. Lo-fi edition. Well, technically, I was mostly reminding you, if anything, Cube. Well, actually, we don't know yet because Pokemon Champions has not been announced a fully release date. We got only the release date for it being in 2026. The next regulation starts in December. So it's very likely what will happen is we'll get 3 months of another regulation during December, January, February. And then Pokemon Champions will probably be released before Pokemon Day. And then, or just released on Pokemon Day. But I feel like they should do it before Pokemon Day. Give it like half a month before the next regulation starts. So then we can prepare for the next regulation. Which I feel like is going to have 2 gimmicks. Mega and Terastal. And I think what it should do is it should give us no restricted, but will allow us to use legendaries. Well, sub-legendaries, sorry. Alright, anyways, let's get this Lucario this time, shall we? Now that there's going to be way less steel types in abundance. Are you kidding? Wait, do not tell me we're going to get loads of spawns of the... I can't win, can I? But with the fighting sandwich, it should all... what am I looking for? I'm trying to get a shiny Lucario. Because there's an outbreak up here at the moment, but it's just spawning in the wrong Pokemon altogether, if that makes sense. Right. Okay, there's a Lucario with a Greek bit of Riolu. Yeah, this is another problem, is that this area spawns in the Pormo. And because it spawns in Pormo, it spawns in Porme. And then we also got the Holuchas as well in the way. If I can get one shiny Lucario, I will not complain. If I get 2, I will certainly not complain. You watch, I'll get a shiny Gallade, won't I? It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get a shiny of a Pokemon that I'm not even trying to hunt. Alright, I'm just going down here just to reset the outbreak location. And like I say, it also helps forming a few of the Lucario groups, Riolu if we're lucky. Right, you're not even part of the sandwich. Why are you here? Unless Lurantis finally became a grass fighting type. I don't think it would have. This is the one thing that I just don't understand sometimes the sandwich is it's like, why do you spawn in like them? Right, let me just go up this. The only thing that's going to make me laugh though is if I can actually see a red-fisted Mokuhita. That would be quite wild as well. And yes, I know that's a bit of a ironic pun because it is a wild Pokemon, but still. Right. Let's see. Blue, blue, and blue. Okay. Yeah, this is the one thing that I was worried about as well with the Lucario outbreak, is the fact that there will be so many steel and so many fighting types in the area, and I think that is just being proven point. And well, this has just been a proven point as such, which is annoying. Honestly, it's like, can we not do that? At this rate, I really wish we can just combine sandwiches to make it steel and fighting, then it'll just spawn Lucario indefinitely. That'd be a great thing. You watch. It'll troll me more. It'll give me a shiny Pormo before I get a shiny Lucario as well. Not like I'll complain, but still. Now that would be busted. Yeah, it would be, but it would make it a lot easier, wouldn't it, to actually properly isolate Pokemon. Because that's the problem. You can't isolate them very well. Here's the funny thing about that, Remedy. We just did a steel sandwich before that. I got loads of other shiny steel types before even without the Lucario spawning it. It's like, you can't win. Because up here you get like Tinkertuff, you get Reveroom, you get Varoom, you get oh wait, hold on a minute. There we go. Finally, shiny Lucario. That took long enough. Oh, yay. Lucario, you really wanted to be a problem for me, didn't you, at first? Let me just double check. So it's level 50, so it should only have Meteor Mash, Swords Dance, Bone Rush, and... Okay, so... It missed. Right, what do I catch this with then? You know what? Because Lucario is one of those fan favourites, we'll catch it in Luxury. Bone Rush. It may be super effective, but it's not Stab, and I am level 100. Yeah, I try to, depending on what the Pokemon is. I mean, the crazy part is, Remedy, that before I even started doing the shiny hunting for Lucario, random out of nowhere, shiny Teddiursa. And also, Jesus Christ. Let me just use a max potion. Yep. I mean, I like shiny Teddiursa, sure, as well. But the fact is that when it becomes a shiny Ursa Luna, ooh, that shiny's so good. Right, hold on. I'm going to have to Grass Terror because I know it's just going to keep using... So I'll do the Grass Terror and then I'll get the... Luxury Ball going. Oh, there we go. Caught it. Did not like the actual. Well, I mean, it is a pseudo legendary cube, so good luck. Right, there we go. Hold on. I didn't mean to click that button, but yeah, we got a shiny Lucario now. So just make sure I save so I don't lose it. This 70. I mean, it is a pseudo legendary still. Right, the funny part would be is if I actually got a second shiny Lucario now. I mean, it could be worse, I suppose. The thing is, though, what was it? Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie have got actually less base stats than Garchomp as well. Oh god, Holucha is after me. I know they're going to be aggressive in Legends EA as well. By the way, Remedy, have you pre-ordered Legends EA? Just curious. See. Yeah, no one likes to spam the Magikarp, yeah. No, you haven't. Okay. I would suggest if you do, make sure you look around for the prices, because you can get it cheaper, you know. Because I got mine for like, what? £7 cheaper than the actual prices well, where most of it is going to be doing it, you know? I mean, it depends also on your location that determines that. Don't forget. Because if you're not in the UK, then obviously... Well, technically Game Collection would actually still do it in euros, I think. Now that I think about it. Oh, you're getting Ivalice Chronicles. Oh, yeah, that makes fit. That makes sense. Sorry, I had an itch on the eye. The only thing that'd be quite funny now is if I get a shiny freaking Gallade as well. How long's left on the sandwich? 18 minutes. Okay. I mean, I may as well just keep looking around, you know? Why not? Ooh, yeah, I get that. And the CPU is one of the most expensive parts along with the GPU, so I know that feeling. If it was well, technically I think the motherboard is just as annoying to get a hold of, but those are the three most expensive parts in the PC. Luckily for me, the RAM is not expensive. Because I was able to get like an extra stick of RAM for my PC at one point. And I got it for like 30 quid, I think it was. So that was nothing. But yeah, the annoying part is I'm going to have to get a brand new PC as well, so there is that. Because what, in the last while I've actually had like 2 PC freezes, and that's when I'm playing like something specific, which is obviously Final Fantasy 14, which is annoying because I like Final Fantasy 14, but I can't really do much on it because obviously you know, Windows 10 is getting discontinued, so that's not helping. So I can't upgrade it to Windows 11 because it won't do it with the parts I've got. So I'm better off just getting a brand new PC ahead for it, you know? Yeah, I think at this rate I might have to not be able to do it for EUIC, you know? As much as I want to. I think at this rate, I'm just going to have to stick with the Grand Challenges, just practice up, etc. And then when I get somewhere on the Grand Challenges, I can actually just go ahead and say, oh yeah, I'll enter the next EUIC or, well, not EUIC, sorry, to like any regionals, etc. I'll try and do all like local stuff just to get like some championship points and such. Because I know you can get championship points from local leagues as well. You don't get much, but you get something. And it's enough to keep me going. Yeah. And you got much better parts than I have. That's the funnier part, Cube. That's what I find really shocking. Wait, is this what I think it is? Is this the champion theme? Showdown in Kanto. I think this is the championship. Champion theme. When you're facing Champion Blue. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, if it's the Champion Blue, I know this is like a sort of like lo-fi version. Yeah, yeah, I was right. When you hear this bit of the actual song, you immediately think straight away, yeah, it's Champion Blue. You see, even on the lo-fi version, I can figure it out. Right, just check. There's 13 minutes on the sandwich left. For a second there, I thought that was another Shiny Lucario. Is there any other fighting types that I could go for? Apart from these? While the sandwich is active, that is? Yeah, yeah. Obviously, Lance is a bit different for sure. But that Lance one's like, well, Champion Lance is from Johto. But obviously he was Elite Four back then. It's Showdown in Kanto, this one, so that makes even more sense to say it's Champion Blue. Damn it. The whole Luchas are just so aggressive, aren't they? Right. Is there another fighting type that I can reliably go for? That'd be a bit more worth it. Oh wait, it's turning to night now. So I don't know if the... Actually, you know what? Hold on, that's a shiny I could go for. Now that I've got a shiny Lucario. And that is shiny Makuhita or Hariyama. I cannot remember what Hariyama looks like as a shiny though. I know Makuhita's got red punching gloves, though. If anyone's able to check what the Shiny Hariyama specifically has, different from normal Hariyama, that would be appreciated. I'm looking, because at the moment I know only the Makuhita, and one Makuhita just fell off the side, the cliff. And I'm not going to miss the shiny, unlike PM7. Hands are purple. Thank you. Yeah, that should be easy to spot then, shouldn't it? Right. Let me just check. 10 minutes left on the sandwich. I know that a lot of people would be like, why are you not shiny hunting for Hawlucha? And I'm like, well, thanks to a certain somebody, I already got a shiny Hawlucha. And he knows who he is, because he's right in the chat at the moment. Wonder who that was. Yes, I wonder who that was, Kappa. The funny thing is, as well, if I remember correctly, Hariyama got to the finals in Pittsburgh. Well, either the finals or the Top Cup, but it did get there. I don't think it was used, but because I can't remember if it was used or if it just got knocked out straight off the bat. Yeah, it was somewhere in Top Cup. Yeah, I thought it was in Top Cup as well. Right. Jeez, that's a lot of Hariyama and Hakuhita. Yeah, I just saw that one spawn to the side, so I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to double check. The thing is, you can't underestimate Hariyama because, for one, it does get guts as well, which is really, really good. Especially if you're not running like standard Ursaluna. If you're running Blood Moon Ursaluna rather than standard Ursaluna, you can just put the Flame Orb on Makuhita, you know? I mean, Hariyama, sorry. And it would work. No problem. And then you won't have to worry about being spawned, etc. You'd have access to Fake Out, you'd have access to Drain Punch and all that. And it's very bulky if you haven't got the right one to deal with it quickly. And considering it's also a fighting type, the only two weaknesses it would have had was Psychic and Fairy. Not saying it can't be defeated easily, it's just the fact that, you know, it will have a bit more bulk on certain things. Though, if anything does surprise me, I think I remember someone in like the junior division literally brought a hard Trick Room team to a regional once, and they won. And what was the star of the show? Oranguru, Fire Terror Oranguru, which was absolutely insane because they made it so slow to the point where obviously it could deal with no problems with Trick Room active, and while it had Trick Room active, it was able to use like Instruct on a Torkoal with Eruption, and it's like, what are you going to do about that, you know, so easily. It was a very good play from a little kid like that, you know? I feel like it wasn't just them who built the team, though. It might have been, like, maybe their sibling to help them with it. But I feel like it's still a really, really good team, for sure. Because the thing is, you're not allowed any help from, like, guardians or parents, etc. in, like, a way to actually know what you have to do to play the Pokemon. So likely he actually trained with the team as much as he could. Maybe against siblings, maybe against friends, etc. that weren't participating. You just never know. How long am I still on the sandwich? 6 minutes. Okay. And I can't believe it's already 1 o'clock. I mean, if I get a shiny Makihita, I wouldn't say that's been a bad day of shinies, honestly. Well, a bad time of shinies, should I say. That's only if I get another shiny, though. It's possible. I just can't run, if that makes sense, on the back of the Pokemon, because otherwise I might just miss the shiny. And knowing me, I'll probably be like yapping on so much to the point where I'll probably miss the shiny accidentally and not realise it until after stream when someone says to me a clip saying, "You missed it." I don't think I'd be that bad though, honestly. I just feel like it'd be not easy. It'll be not easy to miss it, you know? Honestly, one thing I need to do actually, I need to maybe add a new sound effect to my sound alerts. Maybe add in the shiny sound effect, so that when there is a shiny, then people can warn me by using that sound effect. Unless I'm playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, then they're probably going to do that to troll me. Yeah, that's what I just said. For them to troll me, it will likely happen. But only when I'm playing like Legends Arceus so easily. Because the thing is that they'll do that, and I'll be like, "What's the shiny of?" when you do that sound effect, and then they'll have to tell me what it was. Right. Just double checking just to be sure. Whew. Let me just take a sip. By the way, I've seen a very, very nasty combo with Lucario on competitive side of things. Running Justified Lucario with a Pokemon with high speed that has beat up. Yeesh. But a lot of people will say if you do that, just use Whimsicott because it gets beat up. It hasn't got really a high attack stat. And because it's got not a high attack stat, you can just use beat up from that. And then obviously you have access to Tailwind, which will give you speed control. I would use it myself if I could, but I just can't. I just don't want to use it, you know? Because it's a bit of a... It's a tactic that would work in certain degrees, but it wouldn't work in every degree. like when your opponent doesn't know what you're actually running, then they know not to expect it, you know. But when they do know how to expect, when they know how to expect it because you're doing open team sheets, yeah, you gotta be careful of that. The only annoying part is that you can't do that with the Grand Challenge. There is no open team sheet. But I know that if I do any leagues in my area, or at least close to my area, because I think the closest area to me would be in... Let's see. I know two places where obviously they will have leagues. One's in the city centre of Manchester and one's in Stockport. I can get to either one of them, no problem. I would have to take the bus to Stockport though. That would not be an issue though. I mean, I could take the train, but then the station's not that close to it either. And knowing my luck, it'll probably be cheaper on the bus. It'll take a little bit longer, but if I go for ones that aren't like massively early in the day, it's not so bad. But if I do go for the ones in Stockport, I probably will have to go for the earliest possible one, because obviously travelling back would be a pain. Really? Where? Where? Oh! Thank you! Thank you! I didn't spot that first! Oh god! Yeah, that's why. Thank you, Cube, for paying attention when I did it. That's my fault. I was talking about competitive, and then suddenly I'm like, I forgot, this is a shiny stream. Oh, wait. I forgot, does this have any... Oh, hold on. Guess who didn't check to make sure that this had any, like... let's see, level 38. Oh, thank God. It doesn't have any recoil moves. Right. You're getting caught in a luxury ball for that. There we go. Yeah, the only move it would have at this problem, the only attacking move it has is Seismic Toss. But because I'm a ghost type, it can't even do that. Well then, that's worked out rather well, hasn't it? And that was on the buzzer. That was on the buzzer. Now that's not a good look locked in forever, no. I mean, I can't complain. 5 shinies. I'm going to have to make more shiny boxes, aren't I? I'm going to have to check what boxes need moving and then sort that out. Yeah. I've got like several empty boxes here. Why haven't I done anything with them? Yeah, I need to move some boxes about. For sure. But I have 7 shiny boxes. Here's the thing. I have 6. I'm not even that far behind you on that. But yeah, I told you if I had like 2 shiny Zora Hisuian forms. To be fair, I'm not super active in shiny hunting. Yeah, that's true. The annoying part is I have a shiny Sneasel, Hisuian Sneasel. I could evolve this into a Sneasler, as much as I hate the actual shiny colouring. This is the one that really ticked me off the most. The free shiny executors. Especially when 2 of them are on the screen at the same time. That made it worse. Well then, that's another... Oh god. Hello. Actually, hold on. Do I need to get loads of materials of these Pokemon as well? I'll try and get some Makihita sweat while I have chance. That's actually kind of insane. I mean, hopefully you'll get it soon. Sort it out with. Let me just quickly do one thing. When I got chance. Okay. The only funny part would have been if I actually saw a shiny Makuhita at the same time, you know. But yeah, I thought if I take out some of these Makuhitas and Hariyamas, I can get some of the Mon materials. This is the one thing I don't mind if they bring back in Gen 10, this method, but I'm hoping that if they do that, it won't be as annoying. You know? Oh god, Hariyama is waddling towards me. Do you know what would be quite funny actually when I think about it, is if I got a shiny Murkrow. Not like I complain, because Murkrow's a pretty decent shiny. That's actually relatively correct, that. That kind of froze for a split second, didn't it? Hold on. Just gonna save again just in case. Yeah. That's what I mean. Well, that's one thing I wouldn't mind them doing actually, making it a little bit more consistent for that. Right, let me just make sure I take out these. I'll have to look through all the materials I've got, Pokemon wise, and see which ones I'm needing more of. Because realistically, I do need a lot more different ones if I can help it. The thing is though, Gen 10 is still ways off though. And I feel like we're not going to get that during Legends EA for sure. We don't have to worry about that for Legends EA. Okay, this is one Pokemon that I want to get as a shiny. Maybe both variants. And that is Indeedee. But as far as I know, as far as I can tell, it might be the only... No, it wouldn't be the only normal type up here. Boom. What's the boom for? Ah, yeah. Yeah, I need to get myself some shiny Indeedees if I can do that, because the main issue at the moment for me is that if I can get shiny Indeedee, that'd be great. That's really good actually then. But yeah, I need to get some shiny Indeedees. I need one male, one female. So I'm just trying to think, what would be the best typing to do the sandwich for while I'm here? Or do I wait until I get an outbreak for it? What you need typing wise? So at the moment, as far as I know, from all the Pokemon that I'm seeing right here at the moment, the only Psychic types that I don't have shinies of right now are Espathra and the Indeedees, both Indeedees. So they're Psychic type, all of those. But I don't know if any of the Psychic types spawn up this end. That's the problem. If any more Psychic types did spawn, because I know that this is the area where a lot of the Indeedees do spawn in. And then if I do get the Indeedees and the Espathra quite quickly, then I can actually go for the actual Bronzong as well. Yeah, yeah. As far as I know, Indeedees do spawn here the most. At North Providence Area 1. They usually do. And I'm just trying to remember how Indeedee looks as a shiny, so give me a second. I have to check on Cerebi because I can't see it on the. Let's see. Okay, so it looks a little bit more blue, and the tufts on the head are more deeper purple. I don't think I have a bot that does that, but I could be wrong. You might have to send that in my DMs as well, just to be sure. But yeah, here's the thing. I need Bronzong eventually. I mean, actually, did I transfer a Bronzor already into the game? Yeah, I did actually. I actually already transferred a Bronzor into this game. Yeah, yeah. Just give me a second. Need to make sure that the active window was somewhere else. Right, let me have a look. So, I'm looking for Indeedee specifically. There we go. Yeah, I thought I was right. Yeah, yeah, I thought I was right. It literally is here. It's literally this area. That's what it's saying. Because that's east of the actual mountain. So it is North Province. And you have to use a Psychic Sandwich. And that is the small Dratini Lake, if I remember correctly. Or does it mean this one? I think it's this one for definite, if anything. I mean, I can check by flying there, just to be sure, you know? Yeah, I thought so. It is this one. Yeah, because it is the Dratini. So yeah, this can be isolated. Good. It makes sense because obviously this is where most of the DDs are anyways, generally. But like I say, I can get a male and a female one, because a female one would be great for support, and a male one would be good for like offense. So I'll have to do that when I get a chance to, for sure. So just making sure to quickly do something there. Right. Okay. But the upside is that if I can get... Oh, actually, I do need a really shiny the Bronzor when I've already... Bronzong, sorry, when I've got a Bronzor already that I can evolve. Because here's the thing, if I was running like a Trick Room team, I probably would run Bronzor here. Because if you use this and turn it into Levitate, not only would this Pokemon survive against a... What's the word? Yeah, not only would this Pokemon survive against Blood Moon and Luna because it's mostly normal type moves, but because of Levitate, it wouldn't be hurt by the actual other move, the Earth Power, if that makes sense. Oh yes, actually, I know a tactic I can do with that. Oh, I might actually try and build that team actually now. Sorry, competitive mind, right back in. I just thought of a team that could work, and if I do some testing with it, I could maybe get it to work on for the next Grand Challenge, which obviously we know is on the 3rd to 5th of October. So I've got time to test it. Latest I can test it to is the 1st of October though, before I have to lock it indefinitely. I mean, yeah, I understand what you mean by it's top right, because obviously it did say east of there. It didn't say like southeast. If it said southeastern, then maybe it would have been like that one, for example. But no, this is directly east of the mountain, because that's the center point in Montenevera, so it makes more sense. But yeah, I've got ideas now for like a Trick Room team. Not like annoying, but capable, if that makes sense. But what would I do to run it? The thing is, would you run a hard Trick Room team, or would you run just a Trick Room team with a couple of speedy Pokemon? If that makes sense. Then if I did that, I think I would probably have to run like a speedy Sneasler example. So many options that I could do for a Trick Room team. It wouldn't be impossible because I'd be able to use like the Psychics terrain with a Indeedee female and use on Bird and Sneasler. Could work. Could work. Sorry, competitive mind in the head right now, you know? Obviously, just like everybody knows as well, I will be streaming again tomorrow, but it'll be Star Rail, but I'll be probably going to sleep a lot earlier tonight. Because I need more sleep. I'll need plenty of sleep because we'll be on that stream for God knows how many hours. Sorry, I got a notification now on my Discord. Ah, that's what it is, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, sorry. It's just basically a Discord server that I'm in that just literally is talking about their new card game mode that they're actually putting onto Twitch. Only works with so many games though at the moment. But I believe they're eventually going to put in COD on it. I could be wrong. As far as I know, they've got it ready for Fortnite, for definite. Unfortunately, it does not support Pokemon or the other thing right now. Oh, let me just save again, just in case. Because who knows, I might even shiny hunt the Indeedee now, in fact. I don't remember, does this have a mark? No, it does not. Such a good shiny, by the way, such a good shiny. And before anyone asks why the original trainer is Yuki and not anything like close to my name, it's because I decided to play the female character in Legends Arceus. Because obviously, since I had no competitive aspect to it, I thought I can be a female character for it for a change. When it's competitive in it, then yes, I will definitely do it as a male character. That's just how I do it. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think I did that for BDSP as well. I actually chose the female character. Or Dawn, as we'll probably all understand. I can never remember actually. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me just find out how bulky Bronzong is. Oh, it's actually pretty bulky. It is pretty bulky. Not so much in the HP department, but its defenses, yeah. But with Levitate, it would be fine. I know the perfect Terror for it already. So that would not be an issue. And then if I give it an attacking move, I would give it Gyro Ball, obviously. It obviously would have Trick Room, but I don't know what else it'd have. I mean, I could give it Iron Defense as well, couldn't I? Oh! Oh! I found some really annoying combos! Okay! I think I know how to set up a good Bronzong. So maybe instead of Iron Defense, I'll probably just run Protect, but I know another move that I can use on it without problem. Yeah, I'm good. I actually got ideas for Bronzong. Let's go. Me, competitive mind. Happens all the time, guys. Doesn't matter what I'm streaming. Yeah, if I'm streaming Pokemon, it just suddenly comes into my head every time. You know that. But yeah, I've got ideas now for the moveset. I just need to evolve it and such. And then obviously train it up. Which is not hard because training it up is not difficult. Right. Do I do the Indeedee outbreak now or not? Because we've seen that we can get shinies without having to do the whole like outbreak process, and I do need Indeedee mostly right now, both male and female, so that is a double situation. Right. Do I do it now or do I do it not now? That's the real question. Because what, I've been streaming for over 2 hours now. Trying to think. Let me just check how many Mystical I've got actually. That'll set an idea of if I want to do it or not. Right, there we go. We got... Right, so if I can just check the shiny sandwich thing. So what is it? Okay. Psychic is cucumber, pickle, free onion. Any 2 herb or mystical that's not sweet and sour. That won't be difficult because I've got a sweet and bitter being my most right now. You know what? I'm going to do the Indeedee. Why not? I'll save just in case I'm wrong about the isolation location. Even though this seems it. I've just noticed there's a Vaporeon in the distance. Did you know Vaporeon... I'm not going to do the whole thing, you know? Oh, boy. Actually, I'm a bit curious where Benny went off to. Where's the Benny when the Lucario was caught? Right, let's see. I'm just going to... Right, I've saved, just to make sure. So, should be all good now. So, what was it again that I needed? 3 onion, 1 cucumber, 1 pickle. Okay. I'm going to have to buy in some more ingredients, though. 1, 2, 3. Then herbs, sweet and bitter. And then we'll just do a silver pick. Okay. I think I know the best location to buy plenty more pickle ingredients and such, so it should not be an issue. Oh, I think Benny's on Donkey Kong. I can see that, Benny. Is it me, or do the onions look like used pork rib bones? For some reason. Like, you just took off all the meat and then you're just like, here's the bone, enjoy. Okay. That's a completely different reaction that I didn't expect. Right. There we go. Sparkling, title, and encounter. Let's go. Right. Okay. Is it sure if it can be isolated here? I just used a psychic sandwich and they've not been isolated too much. Maybe because I'm just too close to the water. Oh well, we'll get a shiny Spaffro as well, won't we? Right, so I'm looking for... I thought that was it then. I generally thought that was it. But no, it's a light blue body as well. So I'm looking for a light bluish body with purple tufts, darker purple tufts. And they're 2 purple, so yeah. Right, just making sure you still there, Cube. Because I don't think my internet modem decided to reset today. Like yesterday. Don't... Yeah, just on PLA. Yeah, that's fine. Just making sure, you know. That is Grumpig and Spoink. I don't want one of those. Thank you very much, because I got one of those when I was shiny hunting for a Dratini when I didn't even have a sandwich for Psychic types. You know? Right. Like I said, I'm looking for light blue with darker purple tufts. Not violet like they are currently. They're much darker. But it'll be obvious by the sort of like light bluish effect, you know, on their main bodies. So it's not hard to spot them. It's like I say, I just need to get one male, one female. And I'll be fine with that. And also, I won't complain if I get a shiny Espathra. I'll complain if I get a shiny Spoink or what's the word? Grumpig, though, because I don't need those. Right, that's 2 purple. Yeah, that's 2 purple. 2 purple. Yeah. Just be my extra set of eyes, just in case I miss it, though. It'll be a lot easier to spot the Espathra shiny, for sure. Because obviously it's got a much larger body. Right. Let me just not zoom out all the way, but zoom out second amount, if anything. Right, okay. Yeah, it did say mostly in the sort of like, yeah, east of the mountain. It'll mostly likely be in the more grassy area that I'm in right now. Because there's no way they'll put it like next to water, because obviously Golduck is spawning. Which makes less sense, by the way, considering the fact that it is not a Psychic type. That's a shiny that I wouldn't mind getting as well. Gallade. Even though I do have the means to actually get shiny one in PLA as well. So that's not an issue. And unlike this game in PLA, they actually have the shiny sound and sparkles. So it makes it a lot easier to certainly shiny hunt stuff. Right, sorry, I just need to get my image of it back up. Because if I don't have the image up, then I might mistake it. Luckily, it doesn't matter which one I'm looking at for the Indies. They're basically the same color palette. Brendan's on Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Good game. Good game. I don't know why, but I'm still wondering off the top of my head what Gen 10 Pokemon we might get down the line. Like, what Pokemon... Well, what will the Pokemon be based upon? Okay, need to remember they actually can sit underneath the trees as well. I'm trying to think of, like, what would be a nice Pokemon to have, literally, from Gen 10. The rumor is obviously it's going to be in Greece for the next region, which I will not have any issues with. Because the Greek Isles would actually be a very, very good location. But obviously I would also be hoping it would be in Australia. And I don't know why I had to do it with the accent as well, guys. Even if that wasn't quite on point with the accent, but still. Probably, yeah. You're probably not wrong. Oh god, what's he forgot? Now is an outbreak. Oh yeah, that is a pretty rare one to actually get a hold of, Whiscash. But yeah, if they do the Greek Isles, I won't complain. Obviously, I wouldn't even complain if they do Australia. I'm actually surprised I haven't spotted one yet. Or at least gotten a shiny yet. This is usually why I do the outbreak. Wait, what? Why wait? Did you just spot a shiny that I missed? Oh! I did! Oh, thank you, Remedy. You saved my freaking bacon. Which is ironic because I'm facing a Grumpig then. Yeah, there we go. First one. Let's go. Let me just check Indini's moveset quickly. Right, so this is the female variant, so... Okay, it's got no recoil moves. Good. Yeah, you're not wrong. This is what I mean. When you have extra eyes, it really, really helps. So, that's a level 1 in the grab. And, of course, it didn't crit catcher. There's the psychic terrain it would use. Right, so I just need the male one now, don't I? I just need a male one now. Oh, I hope you got in a better location than I did the other day, Remedy. Because Totodile was a absolute pain for me last time, because I actually got a certain location for it. And what did it do? It literally only spawned in like, what, maybe 3 or 4 with a shiny sandwich active. That was how bad it was for me. Already got 2. Nice. Actually, hold on. Where on the map are you shiny hunting the Totodile? Yeah, whereabouts on the actual map are you shiny hunting it? Just asking. The lake above the Chansey. That would be so much better if I had that as my outbreak location. Because the Totodile one for me was right here. You can see how bad that is, can't you? You had no outbreak. Yeah. I never got one. I've had one, and it was right there. And that was the worst one to get. I was like, I'd rather have it there, or even that one would be fine. No, let me just save. Right, so we're looking for the male one now. Yeah, I may actually end up doing it the old-fashioned way as well eventually. Because it shouldn't be hard to isolate it. Yeah. If you're able to isolate it, it's even better. Dad nabbit Espathra. Right. My hope is I get 3 shinies with the Sam. Hold on. 17-minute left. Okay, that's not bad. 13-minute in. Technically, it probably was 12-minute in, but I probably used up a little bit because of the map thing. Right. Okay. Just shout out if you spot a shiny before I do, guys. I'm looking for the male one. In fact, hold on. To make it a little bit easier for myself, I'm zooming on the page of Cerebi, so it's a bit bigger for me to spot. There we go. And then I can reset the actual magnifying zoom in and all that afterwards. Right. So that's the one that I'm looking for, that specific one. With the horns pointing upwards. If I get another female one, that's fine. But I'm hoping that the next one's a male. Actually, hold on. Here's an odd question I may as well just ask right here, right now. Obviously, we are getting Legends EA next. We know that. Is there another region that you think definitely needs to be the next Legends game? Because at the moment, there's only 2 that pop to mind that actually would be the best candidates. And obviously, those 2 for me would be Johto and Unova. Though, say my 2 I agree with. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, if what I've been hearing about is true... I thought that was a shiny then, but it isn't. It's too purple. But yeah, from what I've been hearing rumor-wise, I've been hearing that there's going to be like doing it in tandem with one another. So they're going to go, for the Legends games, they're going to go past, then future, then past. And do it in that sort of like cycle. And if that is true, then they'll probably do a past for the next one. And I think the best past ones will probably be Johto and Unova, because the original dragon before Kyurem and Zekrom and Reshiram all split. And then obviously the what's it called? And then obviously with the Johto one, you can do what the Pokemon like Entei and all that used to look like before they got rebirthed. Yeah, it can be, but how... It would be interesting to see what they would do with the whole like original dragon aspect. Unless in the future they could actually make it so that they know how to do it, you know? Like they have new technology that allows them to actually resurrect it to its full capacity. I can't really say for sure. For future you could do Galar. Yeah, actually you technically could, couldn't you? The only thing that was really funny though is the fact that Galar's villain plot was a little too close to home, if that makes sense. Considering what was actually being mentioned in the actual plot line, I'm like, yeah, too close to home. I know that Galar is based on UK, but for what they actually literally said in it, I was like, yeah, it was a little bit too close to what's happening right now. Come on, please be male for me. Event. Well, please be a male shiny next. That would be appreciative. All I need is like a male indeedy shiny, and I would be happy. Cause heck, like I said, I won't even complain if I get a shiny Espafra either. I'm just keeping an eye on all the male ones. Heck, if I get a female shiny, that's fine, but I'd rather have the male one if I can. Yeah. The thing is that the whole Galar story plot was literally about well, the villain plot basically. Literally, they were trying to use. Oh, that's a shiny Spafra. That's a shiny Spafra. I did say that I wouldn't mind. Well then. Yeah, exactly. Let me just check. 52. So okay, no recoil mills. Very nice. That's what I just need to know. I knew I had Psychic. Right, let's get like a chocolate ostrich. Yep. Oh god, could you imagine if they did an Australian region eventually for a generation, and they actually did a regional Espafra? Right, I might have to just use another false swipe just to knock it down to red. The good thing about false swipe, you don't have to worry about killing it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy some more Pokeballs and so, well, specifically luxury balls and all that. It must do, yeah. It's the common one that you get though for my. I feel like Maryland's is the most common one that you get all the outbreaks in. You know? Oh my god. Can you actually crit, please? Can you crit catch, please? Also, I find this still a bit annoying in Scarlet and Violet, by the way, is the fact that you have to rely on the crit capture now to actually capture anything. It's not the whole like free shake process anymore. Well, the full shake process. Yeah, that I will take gladly. So that's another shiny in the bag. Now, if I can get the male shiny before the clock ends, which is 9 minutes, then I think I will be glad. And then imagine Gallade's next. It'd be funny. Don't think it'll happen, but it'd be funny. But yeah, honestly, catching that Sliggoo would be a good idea for you because it's the only way you can get a Hisuian form Sliggoo in Scarlet and Violet, basically. And it's one of the... It's an amazing Pokemon, it really is. Yes. What's the Danny about? Did I miss a shiny? Oh, yeah. I mean, outside of events, then. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, that's fair. It's just like if you don't do the event, then the only way you can get these shiny Hisuian Sliggoo is literally in PLA currently. When it's got an event on, then yeah, it's a lot easier to just do it in this game. Because the shiny sandwich and everything. Right. No shiny there. I will hopefully eventually get like another shiny in DD. Hopefully male. That's all I'm needing now from this isolation. It's just a male in DD shiny. Because yes, I wouldn't mind the shiny Gallade as well, but technically I already have one. Well, technically I can get it through other means as well, you know? Like, if I had a Rolls outbreak, for example, I could literally get the whole line with the splits. How long was that from the sandwich? 5 minutes. Well, just over 5 minutes. Okay. Come on, game. Be nice. Give me another shiny in DD, but this time male. If you do that, I will not complain. Well, I won't complain anyways. I've got 2 shinies, but still. I think after this shiny sandwich, I might end the stream because I will be making sure to sort out stuff as well on my end. Again, fun. The life of being an adult, guys. Even without a job, you still have to be an adult. But yeah, after this sandwich ends, I'll probably just stop streaming because obviously I know for a fact that I will need to make sure I do that. And then obviously I will probably be going to sleep a lot earlier tonight, if anything, because of the fact of, since I'll be streaming a lot of hours tomorrow, I don't want to be like shattered during it, you know? Because I'll be doing like, what is it, the pools on stream for Star Rail, as well as I'll be doing the story as well. So that's a fair bit. And if the story is like approximately 5.5-ish hours, and then you include the pulls, that you're talking maybe like 6.5, maybe 7 hours in total. Especially if I end up pulling Ebonite, then I will have to make sure that her relics are built and everything. So there is that factor to put into. If I can't get a shiny male in DD during this, I might make sure to take advantage of making sure to find out if I can get a an outbreak of it down the line. If you can get an outbreak of it down the line, that wouldn't be a bad thing, because then you know you can isolate it and then it'd just be male and DD. Wait, hold on. Never mind. No, it's Bafra. Get away. Get away. Oh, that that was a close one. That was a close one. We got a Shining Dini Mail. Let's go. It won't despawn, LOL. I don't know. It could have. It could have been really nasty to me. It could have just ran off the map. Oh boy, I'm glad that. So that means I've now got the 3 shinies that I wouldn't have mind getting straight away. Technically, it was 4, which was one of them was Gallade, I think was the other one. But again, like I say, I don't mind if I don't get the Gallade, because if I get a Ralts outbreak down the line, then I can at least get the whole line plus the split. Oh my god. This is the one thing I just don't. Well, at least I'm happy with what I got. So, how many shinies have I caught today? So, let's see. That's 8 shinies. 8 shinies from nearly a 3-hour stream. That's not bad. That is not the worst. Surely not... Yes, not the best compared to some people out there, but I would say that's still the best for me, because, trust me, in that space, I probably would have gotten way less shinies. And keeping in mind that one of the shinies technically was not an outbreak either. It literally was just a full-on random shiny charm shiny. That's it. It's just a shame that I can't evolve it into Ursaluna in the game. How much I would love to do that. Not like I need to, because obviously Ursaluna is in my box already. I'm also trying to remember where to shop luxury balls in Scarvio. I think I know where to buy them from, but I just hope that I'm right. I don't mind if it wastes a sandwich, honestly. We've already got the shiny that we're looking for, so it's not a problem. Oh, that was a crit. No, that was not a crit. Okay. Well, it's fine. Come on. It needs a crit catcher. It's so annoying. It's not crit catching. Right, hold on. Just going to use a max potion. Alright, frill the bits. Power split. That's not going to be an issue. Alright, come on. Just get caught. Oh wow, you do not want to get caught, do you? You do not want to get caught, do you? This is actually being a pain right now. If it didn't have Psychic, I would have brought in my Breloom. That's the funny part. One thing I need to consider, actually, changing Breloom's Terror to something else. Oh, this is so annoying. I would actually swap in to Breloom if I could, and then use Spore. The problem is it's weak to that thing. Oh, it's wait, it's Terra Flying. Hold on. I'm gonna risk the biscuit. I didn't even realize it was Terra Flying. Right then. Okay. Can you at least outspeed? Yes, you can. Thank you. Oh my god. Alright, I've got it asleep now. Right, get caught. Thank you. Ah. Right. I think, yeah, that sandwich is actually finished for definite now. That Espathra was trying to literally run into me. Okay, so good news. That is another 3 shinies. There we go. Perfect. And 2 of them I wanted. So I can't complain. That's not bad though today. 8 shinies. I would gladly accept that. Let me just save again. Always double save, you just never know. But yep, like I say, not been too bad actually. So, shiny Teddiursa, shiny Tinkertuff, shiny Varoom, shiny Lucario, shiny Hariyama. Thanks for Q to actually pointing that out. Shiny Indeedee Female. Thanks to Remedy pointing it out. Shiny Espathra, and then shiny Indeedee Male. So, that is a really good haul, actually. Not a crazy amount, but a really good haul. And I need to fly over to a Pokemon Center. I completely forgot that Flareon actually spawned here. Alright, let's see, just heal up. What I need to consider as well is I need to get Gallade sorted out with on this team. So I've got one that I can use for competitive, well, for catching. I know that there's a Gimme Ghoul here that gives you like a coin, but I've already got maxed out coins and I don't know what to do with them. But yeah, I think that should do for the moment, shouldn't it? I think that would gladly be done for the moment. So, gonna stop the stream here for now, guys. Much appreciated for everybody, of course, dropping on by. But of course, until next time, this is DJ Danny88 signing out.